Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Ooh, lucky bastard.
Are you being sarcastic or something like that?
You should never mix with drinks.
What are you retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't candid camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
Don't be an arse. Get a weapon collector class.
I could knock him out in the shed. Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you are here?
Right, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Right, yeah. I've had a cold all week, so I'm finally better. So you'll probably hear a lot of coughing tonight. But yeah, I'm well enough to do something. I haven't really done anything all week, which means no videos, no shed work, no getting ready to go camping. Someone's already left. Yeah. I had a bit of skin hanging off of my thumb. Danny, how you doing, mate? You right? Danny and Shakira, that's you two, isn't it? How you doing? You right? Yeah, I've had a cold. Ain't too bad now, though. What you been up to? Get rid of that chewing gum. Timbo, how you doing, mate? I heard you've been having a stressful day today. Glad you're feeling better. I've had it too. Thank you. Oh, hello, Shakira. Yeah. Sorry, you are going to hear me coughing tonight. This is the first day of feeling better from it. Yeah. It was a cold. Could have been the flu. I don't know. It was very, very in my chest and lungs. So at least I didn't go deaf from it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you're better as well, Timbo. Yeah, it's been a fucking nightmare. I haven't done anything. I was supposed to be... It doesn't matter, but there was stuff I was supposed to be doing. I'll tell you privately on Discord, but there was stuff I was supposed to be doing. I've had to postpone a couple of days because I didn't know whether I'd be well enough to do it. Danny said, yeah, not bad. Had to bring Hedgehog back to life last night. Like, what did you have to... What? Like freezing or something? Oh, good on you. Scary said, oh, bless. I hope you feel better soon. I'm nearly better now. I've just got it a little bit now, but I do appreciate that. Cheers. Co-Bunny, how you doing? You right? They said, I'm waiting for another Cloud Hammer Tactical Katana. You'll get here soon. Nice. Nice, that sounds good. Danny said, I don't know. What was it? What did you find? Just dying out in your thing, did you? Timber and my missus has been ill as well. Saint, how you doing, mate? And he said, I seem to be the only horizontal stream top shagger. Yeah, by the way, anyone watching this vertically, you can watch it horizontally as well if you want. Hello, Gyro. Hello, Metallic. How you doing, my queen? You right? Hey, Bunny said, I'm doing good, just drinking coffee and smoking. I got a coffee. I shall have a coffee. I'll tell you something this cold has done to me, though. It's changed my sense of taste. So now I'm finding all coffee fucking disgusting, even coffee that I absolutely love. And I'm really struggling. I'm having to put half a teaspoon in because I find it too strong. Yeah, I'm not even finishing a cup because I find it too strong. How you doing, Pete? You right, mate? Said Code Bunny said I also got an 18-inch Ontario machete earlier. Nice. Yeah, wide stream is the best stream. Exactly. You get to see it. Look, what you can't see, you can't see these fucking massive guns that I'm showing off. If you're on the vertical. Look, I've got... Let's tease the verticals. How many fingers am I holding up on each hand? Deep in the punk radar, mate. ATBQ. How you doing, mate? Thank you. Yeah, I am getting there. Thank you. To get better soon. But he said, even drinking out of the WC mug, something must be wrong. I know. Yeah, I am drinking coffee The WC mug that makes every coffee taste better. But yeah, it tastes like shit. How you doing, Rich? Right, mate. That was good news that you've had recently. Yeah, that's excellent. I hope you get to do all that. Richard's going to try for some bow record stuff. Flight bow records, ain't you? Kobani said everyone is in vertical stream for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. You can watch either one. How you doing, Deep? You're right, mate. I'm not too bad. I've still got the remnants of a cold. I must have caught it last weekend when I went to that party. It came on fully Monday, and I've just sort of today been able to do stuff. I've been in bed most of the fucking week. Who else has come on? Lee, how you doing, mate? You alright? Yeah, I ain't too bad though, Deep. I'm alright. As I said, you will hear me coughing though all night, probably. I wish it was a swingers party. Joe, I said swingers party. Saint said, Mike, have you seen those thermal changing mugs? Make one, and when it gets hot, slowly reveals the Spyrophile's Easter egg. That would be a very good idea. I do like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. That would be great. Yeah. Spyro, a fucking... So, a spirograph originally that when you put the coffee in, turns into a shit emblem. Or the other way around. No, I reckon the spirograph turning into shit would be better, wouldn't it? Yes. Someone write that down for me. Michelle, how are you? You alright? Dave said you got cookies from kissing girls. Yeah, I wish. Oh, God. Richard said, yeah, flight shooting record I'm going for. Snorting Dandruff, nice name. So, do you have a lot of those orcs running around your area? Yes, and being a dwarven king, there's the head of the last person who tried to usurp me and my crown. Yes, there is. So I have to sort them out. Richard said, did finish building another bow today. Only a little £110. How you do, Gregory Elvis? Nice light £110 bow. Nice. Not enough pineapple. So yeah, what you lot been up to? I haven't been doing anything, as I said. Been a long, boring week for me. Sat in bed, laid in bed. What I had in each hand, yeah. All the vertical people are missing out all the stuff I can do with my hands. Do I think England is failing? We don't really do politics talk on here, but I did think somehow this might attract that. But I don't know. It depends. Yes and no. There's a lot. All countries are fucking shit nowadays. I bet there ain't a single country anyone lives in that would go, yeah, this is doing really good. You know what I mean? Darrell said, buying more guns, more ammunition. Oh, that's what you've been doing. Yes. Metallic said, never mind Dwarven King, more like Henry VIII with a decapitated ex. What I've said. Yeah, I'm talking the stereo. Yes, up there. Ali says, love you very much, Daddy from Saudi Arabia. Nice, nice. Welcome to the stream. Snorting Tandraff said true. All countries are fucked, didn't they? You know what I mean? I couldn't think of a single country that would go, yeah, we're doing all right. Got a date, WC. Yeah, Mike the 8th. Mike the 8th. So yeah, Saint said Fort Metallic would be on the horizontal stream gang. She's in the background. She's in the background. I don't know what she's commenting on, but she's actually in the background of the stream. So not like with me, but she's in like the studio for StreamYard, so she can watch anyone she wants. Timbo said, bought guns, got a CO2 BB Glock 17 and a Webley Tempest at a price too good to me. So that's good, Timbo. I shall be going somewhere with fucking Timbo, you're Timbo, with Jim. Nearly called him Jimbo then. Sorry, I'm a bit, because of this cold, I'm a bit out of it. Going to a fucking surplus shop soon with Jim M. Hopefully I've got some money and I can buy. I will have a bit of money, but most of the money I would have had, because we've had to postpone it fucking twice. My money's getting less and less and less now. But I'll still go. It'd just be nice to have a day out, going out somewhere with Jim, and then come back and some, doing a bit of shooting. Deep said, been ripping the bathroom floor up as the plumber is coming in the morning. Joists are rotten, and the floorboards too needs to be completely replaced. That's a shame. Did you find anything interesting under there though? Because sometimes you do. Then he said, mine don't work. Kobani said, got a cloud runner yesterday at 5:03. Nice. Snorting Dandruff said, how do I tell my wife I need $1,000 crossbow for investment? Oh, I don't know. How could you do that? Just tell her how fucked the world is, and that it's it's a good investment for everything, especially for target shooting. You need to make holes in that paper. Dad said, I thought I was. I opened the stream and YouTube and it was vertical. I don't know. Jairo said, divorced, Sobek survived. Divorced, Sobek survived. That's actually great. Pete said, got the decking all sorted. Looks good. Just need better weather now to enjoy it. Oh, nice. Did you do it as well? Did you lay it as well then, Peach? Nice one. I know you ripped it all up as well. Lee said, when England was an empire, it was run by an emperor. When it was a kingdom, it was run by a king. Now it's a country. That is great. Timbo said, yeah, I had a bit of brain fade when I was there. I've been terrible. I can't hardly say any fucking thing. Saint said, interesting to note the mods have blue shields instead of spanners by the name. Oh, I've not seen that. Have they? They've got blue shields now. They fucked that up, didn't they? Danny said, if you're on next week, I'll send you 20. I may not be, but I don't know. Sadly, I might not be on next week. I don't know at this point. Deep said, yeah, this is the vertical channel. Metallic. Come over to the widescreen. User AB said, you've seen well hard, mate. David Ramsey, I found a brick floor that's been smothered in concrete in a mouse hole. Well, that's interesting enough, isn't it? Saint said, mine's a blue shield for me. Well, you went a fucking mod for a start. Saint. So I don't know where you're getting a blue shield from. Danny said, I got you on paper. I'll send it anyway. Thank you. You know what, Danny? I really would appreciate that. Because I'm surprised no one's asked yet. Partly why I've got this flag up is because I thought I'd try and earn a few quid tonight and make the fucking live streams monetized. I might earn about £2 tonight. because I haven't done anything all week. I've earned like fuck all week. So yeah, I do appreciate that, mate. I really do. Richard said, mine's a shield. Maybe are you members of the channel? I don't know, that's weird, isn't it? I wonder why you've got shields next to yours. Approved members, maybe? I wonder if it's because you're an approved member. You're an approved user. You ain't you, said. Where's your accent from? Mad that. Buckinghamshire, so near London. And my voice is a bit fucked at the minute. Len, how you doing, mate? You alright? Saint said, laugh me ass off. Well, see if Make-A-Wish can get me to be a WC model. He's been asking. I personally think you've asked one too many times, and it's like you can't ever have it now. So it's like if you push it like you have, then you just can't have it. Posh boy. I'd say that's the first time I've ever been called posh boy, because I certainly ain't. I live on a council estate. But Metallic likes to say I'm posh because I live on a hill. I am neither. I am a king, though. I am a king. Lisa said, yeah, it's a shield on both chats. So, fuck off. I heard once like 3 years ago. And that was one too many. I'll have you know. Deep said, Mike, what's your secret to gaining so many subscribers lately? My channel is gaining 1 to 2 per month. Well, mine's gone down a little bit again. just getting lucky with a video, really. That's all it is, Deep. I gained about 3,000 or 4,000 in a couple of weeks, purely because of that fucking train stabbing. And people was looking up fucking body armor shit and slash resistant stuff. That was all it was, really. I can't say it's anything to do with any sort of skill or knowledge on my part, sadly, other than when stuff happens, try and... These aren't the right words, because this isn't what I do or what you would do, but, you know, like, take advantage of these situations. That's not the right way of putting it, but, you know, when people need information, put that information out that they need. I'm pretty sure you do pretty decent thumbnails. You need decent titles, decent thumbnails, and a decent bit in the description at the top. The first 2 lines of writing at the top should be full of quite a few descriptive keywords. And then just hope people find your videos. Never waste a crisis. I know it sounds horrible. And I don't like to, like, even, like, you know what I mean? But, yeah. Guys, and that's not what I do. But, you know, like when COVID happened, me and Liam did a lot of videos helping people buy the gear that they wanted. And whether you fucking believe it or not, whatever, that's not really relevant. People were looking for products, so we helped them find them. You know what I mean? And like with the body armor stuff, when there's stabbings and that, people want that product. So I know where to get it. I know how to get cheap stuff, very expensive stuff, and the middle ground. So I can help people do that. Whereas a lot of people wouldn't. They'd only be doing the, right, this is the £500 body armor that you must buy. Don't get anything else because it won't be good enough. Here's my affiliate link. And I don't do that. Yeah. They said, I think the name helps a lot. Yeah, well, yeah, with specific things. Len said, a lot of hard work goes into your channel, mate. You deserve the recognition. Thank you, Len. You know, I always, you know, I try not to sort of... It's hard to describe what you need to do when, you know, it's not taking advantage of bad things happening, but you know what I mean? But it's when the shit hits the fan, help people, you know what I mean? And, yeah, I don't know, drop Deep. But that's where I got a lot of subs recently. So the categories of videos that was going mad lately were the self-defense items, self-defense weapons, and the body armor. Because I don't think there's many channels in this country that do it as much as I do. You will get channels that do a body armor video every now and then. But a lot of them have bought one thing of body armor and don't really know fuck all about anything else, really. You know, they've bought that one bit of armor that they bought. That's all they know about. You know, I've got fucking tons of it, and I get sent a fair bit as well now. So I know the difference between the cheap, and I can test it to the Home Office standards as well. Because it's all well and good stabbing it, which is a very good visual test. If you do that drop weight test, that's exactly what the Home Office do. Anyway. No man knows a man. Yeah, exactly. Hank said, maybe start doing those really clickbaity Mr. Bit. I can't bring myself to do that. Well, fuck that shit. I know what you mean, though. Yeah, clickbait thumbnails. And people do watch that kind of stuff. But I tried to make my thumbnails a bit better than they were. I'll have more descriptive stuff on mine now, so that you'll get more visuals of what's happening, at least. You know what I mean? So I said, how come eBay isn't on your affiliate Nightbot? I think that the links may be too long. I don't know. I'm not sure. Persia, how you doing, mate? Howie, how you doing, mate? Sorry, I've had a cold, so I'm a bit... I keep coughing. Howie, how you doing, mate? He said, just got myself a lovely crossbow from Pal Packs. It's crazy powerful, and I haven't stopped playing with it. So nice. Nice. Yeah, good fun crossbows, aren't they? What did you get? The type said, no one test cuts resistant clothing like deep in the bunker. I know. Even I wouldn't do that. I got a lot of respect for you doing that deep in the bunker. If anyone wants to see someone actually test some fucking slash resistant sleeves with an actual real to God teenager with a knife slashing him, go to his channel. That's all true, by the way. It's all true. I would not have you on. He really tests them. He has a teenager get him with a kitchen knife while he's wearing them. I got Stuntman Mike to do mine. How you doing, Persia? You right, mate? I would put a link up for you, Deep, but because I'm sat miles away from the computer and I'm on StreamYard. If one of the mods would like to open up Deep in the Bunker's channel, get his link and put it in the thing for us, please. Danny said Shakira would do it. What slash you with the sleeves on or wear the sleeves? So I'll slash someone with the sleeves on if they want. I ain't fucking wearing them. Thing is, it's not that I don't trust them, but you never know. You never know. Do you? They're only slash resistant. They're not slash proof. That's the difference. Because even a stab vest, it can go through a little bit. It can go through a little bit. And that would still be classed as a pass, passable. Deep said, I'm okay, mate. I'm not fishing for it. No, I know you're not, but I think you deserve it anyway, mate. You deserve it. You're a good channel. I know that you put a lot of work into your videos as well. And I've always thought it's a shame when you put a lot of fucking hard work into your videos, and it's not just you, lots of people put a lot of hard work into their videos, and because of that shitty fucking algorithm, they don't get seen because it doesn't work how it used to. If you used in the old days, if you searched, I don't know, stab resistant vest, it would show you all of the videos that was on that list. And you could set it to order of, but it would usually show you what was the newest ones. You know what I mean? Now, what it will do, I know I was going about it, but it will show you the video it thinks you want to see. And if there's ones that it thinks isn't performing very well, it'll push them right down the list to you could be 100 down a fucking list, even though they've typed in your exact description of your video. It's not fair nowadays. Saint said even the test Liam did with his neck guard thing gave me chills. I can't wear the stuff and test it. I can't do it. I don't want to be the bloke who fucking is on the news because he stabbed himself. Saint said, not sure if it's me, but I've noticed YouTube seems to have less informative channels and more brain rot that have no practical purpose whatsoever. It could be. It might be worth deleting your history. Because you might have watched one and that thinks you like them. Don't forget to like the stream, by the way. I forgot what I was going to say. Or it could just be that people are getting more into that shit and they're just sharing it now. But yeah, it's irritating how YouTube is. Have me and you watched any films lately? Metallica? I don't think I have. I'm sure I watched one film. This is how bad I've been lately. Twice this week I've put a film on, and 5 minutes into it I've turned it off. Well, yeah, don't forget to like the stream. I'm supposed to be doing reviews for these 2 torches that I've been sent. I haven't had time yet. I'm starting to do torches with dual fucking. I've got a side light, front light, it's bloody red. This one has lights on the side that you can take the covers off, standard torch, and UV, and you can hang it off of something if you've got the little ring that goes in there. So standard light, that's the side lamp, and then UV. It's a bit awkward though, because you have to press the button fucking four times to get it to change. Anyway. Metallic said I watched Skin the other day, and Megan. Oh, you watched Skin again? He can't even read. Barely spoken since you have been home. Well, no, that's, yeah, but then I've been ill, and I had a little chat tonight. Richard said I never put much effort into my videos. They don't get shared, and what I did was very niche. Yeah, but you know, it's what it is, Rich, isn't it? I liked your videos. Rick said YouTube seems to be relying on AI, which is artificial idiocy, in my opinion. Yeah, totally. Totally, Timbo. Yeah, there's a lot of horse piss. Can you hear them shouting? I did bring these home from Metallics, though. A couple of little fishing priests. Metallic said I got £90 for 12 reps seated rows the other day. Personal best, yes. And I messed up the filming it, didn't I? Danny said, best one I've had is an Energizer light with a glass breaker, and someone gave it to me on the bus because I gave him a tenner for a beer. Nice. I've got bloody hundreds of lights now. Well, I say hundreds. I've got a lot of lights now. Like, I don't know, probably getting for 30. I could be called light collector now. But the last load they sent me, I thought I'd keep them because often I sell them. But I don't know. I quite like these little ones. They're quite handy. Yeah, this one's got a. I'll do a proper review soon. There's a button that you press. Hang on. Blinded myself now. There's a button that you press. What the fuck am I doing? There's a button that you press, and then you turn a wheel, and it does the settings up and down. Flashlight collect. You piss off, Rich. But I don't know. That was the 84 for 18 minutes. Oh, okay. Danny said I got some decent ones. They got some decent ones in Tesco's for £3. You shut it, Richard. What you don't realise is Richard. That's what he's saying. He is. He is the flashlight collector. Saint said, Mike, what camera do you use to take pictures of your kit? Just my phone. I do everything on my phone now, really, because I don't have a proper camera, and my even my proper camcorder fucked up, and then the replacement I bought was a piece of shit. So I'm just, yeah, it was fucking crap. The footage of it was shit. So I'll just use my phone now for all my fucking stuff. Oh, Torino, how you doing, mate? What happened last Saturday? Nothing. Just got drunk. Why? What happened? What happened last Saturday? What did I miss? How you doing, Al? Anyway, you're right. But Alex said, any suggestions for a headlamp that had a red light? I broke mine. So this isn't at me. This is at you lot. I would give you the one I've got that I got recently, but it's very heavy, so it's probably not worth the bother. Oh, I think I just went in and forgot to turn the live stream off. Probably come in after I ate and fucking didn't bother going back out. Yeah. Don't know. I was very drunk. The problem was I kept having fucking doubles and doubles and doubles down the fucking pub. So by the time, all I remember, and I got in and Jake was with me. Jake was there for about 2 minutes. This is my cousin. And he went outside and I thought, fuck it, I'm going to look, see where he is. And he was bent over puking. I shut the door and he fucked off. I live streamed for a bit. Didn't bother going private. And then, yeah, apparently disappeared. Pretty sad. Yes.
Pisshead.
Through night, yeah, I used to like the old through night stuff. I haven't been sent through night stuff for ages. Blades Military, how you doing, mate? He said, I recommend watching the movie Prospect. It's a sci-fi budget movie with Pedro Pascal. It's quite interesting about survivors stranded on another planet. Do you know what? I've had that in like my recommended list for ages. I'll get onto that. Yeah, it looks good. I've been meaning to watch that for fucking couple of years, I think. All right, check that out, mate. I'll check it out. Metallic said, I have a heavy one. It's a small one. I got it from Aldi. I broke the holder. Yeah. So the one I've got, that sort of, I don't know, I might keep it because it's the only decent one I've got now. Then you just need to hope I get sent a good one that's light and I don't want it. But this is heavy, this is. Actually, and I don't think it's got a red light on it. Might do. Khalid, how you doing, mate? You alright? Oh, I've just got to sort something out. What's my favourite fizzy pop? You know what? I don't really like fizzy drinks. I tend to only drink water or alcohol or coffee. That's it. But if I had to drink a fizzy drink, maybe shandy. It's a nice flag we have put up. We've put up in my area. Nice. I put this up. I thought I'd monetize the live stream, and it's best not to have the guns in the background if you're monetizing them. Because I've been so fucking skint lately. Because I've been ill, I haven't been able to do anything really. So there's been no videos, which means no. Unless you're constantly putting out videos, you're not really earning a lot on here. So it's knocked it down to like fucking £2 a day. I'm not doing anything. Saint said, flashlight talk is really annoying since I lost my torch for about a month and still can't find it. I was looking through the sofa like a crackhead for pound coins. So hopefully we'll be watching the second 28 years later film, and of course next month the Magic Fireway tree is out. Yes. Yeah, I'm up for watching that with you. What's that said? With that headlamp on, you look like Bob the Builder. I don't think this one's got red on it. Fucking lights. They have about 1,000 settings. Drives me fucking mental. It's got red lights on the top. I made my nose bleed. I hit my nose somehow. I don't know, Metallic. If you want to know, look up Sofan HS22. See if it does a red light. But I don't think it does. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Bob the Builder's here with his flag. And his skull. Gosh. I'm trying to deliberately put that over my head. Look like Bob the Builder, do I? So yeah. I don't know. I have no use for a headlamp. I can read with a red light. It's cool, Mike. Thanks. I have 3 branch headband. It has a 3 branch headband, look like it weighs a ton. Exactly. Yes, you can't read without a red light. No, no, this is heavy. It's metal. So yeah, what's everyone's plans for tomorrow? You got anything planned? Me and Metallica are going camping soon. So that'll be fun. I'll try to film it. Maybe I'll live stream as well while we're out. I'll get some videos though. Yeah, I do the usual stuff. Am I ready for that preppers, mate? This ain't the preppers, mate. This one. So no. Hello, Luke. How you doing, mate? No, this is just a little get together of our own. Yeah. Nah, I think the preppers one. This is the magazine, mate. The preppers meets. I think that we're going to end until at least like July. So there's a while for that yet. Yeah, how you doing, Luke? Right, mate. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Tim said, wake up mid-morning with a slight hangover is my plan. Nice. What are you drinking tonight then, Tim? What are you drinking? Let me guess. Vodka and Coke. Diet Coke. Vodka and Diet Coke. Polish vodka at that. Thanks, I'll be interesting to see what you're going to bring. just on tips what to bring when going. Oh, no, fair enough. Yeah. So this little private camp we're doing, is going to be a bit different because my camping setup ain't going to be my normal camping setup, which means the stuff I would bring is very different. But I will explain it when I do the video. I'll leave it as a little bit of a surprise. Tim said, rum and Coke. Gone cheap too. Nice. No, I wasn't far off. I couldn't remember if you have a regular drink or not that you like. Spacey, how you doing, mate? You alright? What have you been up to? Have you been getting out and about shouting at parking wankers? I've been ill all week. So most of my week's been laid in bed or sat there watching stuff on the telly, looking at my phone, or fucking playing a fucking PlayStation 5. President Military, any Americans, especially rednecks on here, ever seen a chupacabra in the woods? Pretty Penny in the Drops went on. I don't know if they'll be on tonight. We would have known by now, but Penny and Drop might have. I don't know if they live over that way or not. Where is Chupacabra sort of area? They're in Tennessee, but they're in the middle of nowhere in Tennessee, as far as I know. Basically, I just got home from Asda. Get anything interesting? Saint said I wanted to bring out a hammock, but I'd be worried about it snapping in half. I'll tell you someone who can definitely help you with hammocks is Metallic. So if you want to talk about hammocks, when we go camping, I'll film her setup and maybe I can show you it live. I'll tell you what you can get, Saint. I've only slept in a hammock once. On one occasion, I slept in it for like 2 or 3 nights. It was all right. Some people absolutely fucking love sleeping in hammocks. I found sleeping in a hammock, I didn't really sleep any better than I would on the floor with just a thin roll mat. That's purely because of how I have to sleep, though. I have to sleep quite upright, otherwise I can't fucking breathe properly. So what happens with a hammock, because it's quite, depends how stretched out you can get it, because they're banana shaped, you're constantly sliding down in the middle of it, whereas I need to be up one end. So it was comfortable, but I didn't sleep any better than I would have if I slept flat on the floor anyway. So it didn't really do much for me. Whereas Metallic absolutely loves her hammock, and I think Mark used to love sleeping in a hammock. He used to sleep in a hammock in the Wendy house. Luke said, how would you use 177 pellet in conjunction with a crossbow in the zombie apocalypse? Well, it would only really be good for hunting, really. 177 pellet gun wouldn't be much use for any actual zombies, if you know what I mean. But you could use the 177 for hunting stuff to eat, which is, perfectly acceptable for that. Anything pheasant or rabbit size and smaller, you will kill with a pellet gun in this country. Spacey said, last night had a troll, had a crappy day. Better told than typed. Just went for a stroll and cast a £5 winning scratch card. Nice. Hold on, Neil. How you doing? How you doing, Evil? You right? Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. I've had a cold, so you're going to hear me coughing all night. Timber said I made one badly out of paracord. It broke when I got in it, so never really done it. No. So when I slept in a hammock, me and Metallic slept in separate hammocks in the Wendy house, and I got on with it all right, because you can get these hammocks that have like a full encased bit, so you can like sew yourself into them, you zip yourself into them, and no mosquitoes and stuff can get you, and you can just sleep under a tarp. It's a really good lightweight setup, small setup. You don't need a tent really. But yeah, I just found I didn't sleep any better like that, so it didn't really do much for me. You know what I mean? Saint said that massive tent you last showed off, is that metallics? It looked like a field hospital. Which one was it? The light sort of brown one. If there's a light brown that was metallics, which she has her hammock in. What I was going to get at, Saint, is because she has her hammock on a hammock stand, and they're just poles that go into like feet. So there's a pole like that, feet that way, and then up like that, and you hang it off. So the black one, which may not have been as big as it looked, well, there's a couple. I can't what you might have seen. So she's got the massive 6-man tent, which is white and blue. And my black tent, which is a 2-man tent, but it's big enough for me to nearly stand in, which is what I want. And then there's her hammock tent. You might not have seen her hammock tent. I don't know. Spacey said, far as aware, pigeon, bunnies, and rats are okay. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah, for 177. Yeah. Yeah, you can get, you know. Oh, Spacey said it's not legal to shoot pheasant with 12-foot-pound air guns. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's because, now I don't definitely know this. I think that's because I think that's one of those laws that isn't actually ever withheld or upheld. I think it's because you're technically not allowed to hunt any pheasant in this country, and that's because all pheasants are privately owned by someone. Now, I don't know who that was. Mark was talking about it the other day, but all pheasants are privately owned by someone. I don't know why. You know, like swans belong to the Queen. Well, pheasants are privately owned by someone. Look it up. And therefore, to shoot them, you need permission. Yeah. But you can kill a fucking pheasant with a fucking catapult. Yeah. Hello, Rich. How you doing? He said, I have a large tarp in my bug out bag. They're a great bit of kit, loads of different configurations. Yeah, tarps are great. Luke said, you still need a hunting license here anyway. Yeah, well, fair enough. Spacey said, but in shit hit the fan, who will care? Well, exactly. No one gives a fuck, do they? Saint said, I got one of those. Luke said, the pheasants are owned by the Queen's peasants. Yes. Saint said, I've got one of those 4-man tents that you crawl into. However, those tall ones look amazing, since I'm guessing you can cook inside them. Well, Metallic's hammock tent, you can. Metallic's hammock tent, you can get a hammock stand in there, a hammock, and a fucking stove in there, and it's got the hole for it. And it's lightweight as well. It doesn't have a floor, though, but you don't need one. You can just put a tarp down. But I personally prefer, like, I bought that, it's a 2-man tent I bought it from something like fucking Lidl for like 30 quid. So far, it's worked fine. I've got a backup small, I'll show you it. I've got a backup small tarp that I use with it. So I bought this little tarp, and it clips on over the back of the tent and over the front, over the door, and then I put some sticks down and a line, and that creates like a little porch so that I can get in and out if it's raining about rain getting in. Yeah, pretty much. Some of them are a fucking gazebo. Full, yes. Yes. Richard said, my tent seemed okay. Wouldn't want it any smaller, but it's easier to assemble and quick to pack away. Yeah, yours was good. There's nothing wrong with your tent at all, Rich. And I had one like that. The only thing I don't like about those size tents, I found if I was absolutely fucking fucked knackered, it's really hard work trying to do anything in those tents because you have to do it all laying down, essentially. They're okay for getting and sleeping in. But I prefer now a tent that I can get dressed in, if you know what I mean. Because my little tent, I couldn't even sit up in it. You're off, Timbo. Good night, mate. Yeah, I couldn't even sit up in mine. Spacey said, I got warned of shooting game from the next field where they had to hide, but my landowner didn't care if we did, but not to kill the English partridge. Yeah. I ain't sure. Basically, all I know that Mark was saying something about pheasants. I think Jay was on about shooting pheasants, and then Mark said, technically you're not allowed to shoot any pheasants, really, but it's one of those things that no one gives. It's not something that anyone ever sort of stops you doing anyway, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. Good night, Timbo. Take care, mate. Hope you had a good evening, mate. Okay, now. But yeah, what I do, I put this over my little tent, and then what it also does is gives me a little bit of backup, just in case. I am paranoid because it is a very cheap tent. I don't think I've tested it in the proper rain yet. Well, I don't know. I think it'd be right. I think I have had it out in the rain. I can't remember. Did I? I've had it out in really, really bad wind. I know that. Hot Peak said, what part of the UK are you from? I am from Buckinghamshire. I'm from the Shire. I'm not a hobbit. I'm a dwarven warrior. Saint said, I take it you're not one of those people who only bring a blanket and a tarp and call it a day. Brutalist camping. Nah, I fucking would have years ago, probably. Years ago I might have, but no, not now. I have loads of shit. No. Luke said, if you're wanting to bug out, would ultralight tent or poncho be the way? Well, I suppose it depends. It depends what kind of bugging out you want to do. If it's just escaping from somewhere temporarily, yeah. But I don't know. Because people take the piss out of inch bags, which is I'm never coming home bag, but I still think they're a viable option. You are not going to live from that bag. You are going to have to fucking, if you're taking a bag that you're never coming home with, yeah, take a fair bit of stuff with you that you need, but you're also going to fucking need to beg, borrow, steal, you're essentially homeless. But that bag, and it all depends on the situation as well. But yeah, I personally think an inch bag is 100% a viable thing to have. But I know a lot of people ridicule them. But all it is having slightly more long-term gear with you if you had to go and never come back where you lived. Don't mean you're never going to go and live anywhere, but you've got enough stuff on you, a bit more than normal, to be able to move somewhere, maybe create a shelter, or find a fucking empty house or something, start living there, and then you make that your base, and with that inch bag, you've got stuff to start you off that you may not necessarily have in a bug-out bag, because a bug-out bag's a lot more basic, I think. Richard, why are you writing gay for fail? So... Fallen Hill said, Evil said, loads of red deer up here. Venison. Yeah, we don't have. No, I think we do have a couple of red deer in my local woods. I'm pretty sure I've seen a full-size deer in there. There's a load of muntjac in there. You see those quite easily. What have I said that you said gay for pay, Richard? Saint said, considering the UK is so compact, I doubt you're going to be bugging out for months in the British wilderness. Probably take refuge in some abandoned houses. Well, exactly. But yeah, the things I would put in a I'm never coming home bag is just a little bit more stuff than you take in a bug out bag. Because a bug out bag you don't need as much. Bug out bag, and also people forget the reasons why you might have a bug out bag. There's fucking hundreds of reasons. Personal reasons just to you that you might be bugging out. Just you. Everyone else in the country might be staying where they are. But you may have to fuck off out of your house like that for some reason. That's a fucking bug out situation. People don't even consider that. They consider that you're bugging out while everyone else is. Not necessarily. Or your whole entire road might be the only ones who have to move out. Again, a bug out bag would help if you had, you know what I mean? The very, that's why I have like different ones. I've got a very, very basic lightweight one. I've got a proper heavier one. And then I've got an inch bag that if you had to fuck off and never come home, and that would give you a head start living somewhere because you've got stuff to make. You take a lot more stuff anyway. No, not a lot more, but there's stuff like you take tools and like nails and shit so you can make permanent shelters and stuff like that, which you don't necessarily need to do in a bug out situation. You know what I mean? But in my inch bag, there are things like hatchet, saw, hammer, nails, tools to get into places, secure those places. I had lockpicks in them, fucking pry bars. It's heavy. It'd be better off on a trolley, to be honest. But yeah, it's just, I know a lot of people who ridiculed the inch bag, and I don't think that's, I think it's because they're being naive and they're not thinking of all the situations that you might need an inch bag for. I mean, people get too bogged down with one or two basic situations, and there are fucking hundreds of them. There's hundreds of them. But that said, in a shit hit the fan, if it hits the whole country at once, you need a tiny tent if you want to bug out in the woods. Because half the country will be there. The town will be empty. Exactly. Danny said I wouldn't be staying in place. It's too dangerous. Richard said, when you were talking about never coming home bag, and you said, you got a bag. Shut it, you dickhead. And Alex said, hey, WC, are you doing a bug out? Are you doing bug out videos? I've got bug out videos. I have. Hatchet alone is a great multi-tool. There's also a stash of heavy kit in a mile down the road if you don't need it right now. Well, exactly. Luke said, I guess it's where the cash supply is buried. Oh, good. Yeah. Well, yeah, you do want caches and that as well. But yeah, I think people forget that there's a lot of reasons that you could have a bug out bag. And I've got an inch bag so that if I ever had to fuck off, not necessarily because everyone else was, but if I had to fucking fuck off and do a runner and fucking disappear, I would have all the tools and equipment on me to either break into somewhere and live there or fucking make a permanent shelter and have all the other shit that I would need to repair my clothes if they needed repairing, stuff like that. All I'd really have to do is find water and food. That's it. You're basically it, because a bug out bag you don't really need clothes either. See, an inch bag you're gonna have clothes in there as well, at least. Oh, a bug out bag will have clothes. It depends. Depends how long you're going for. You know what I mean? But that's what I mean. You can have a longish term bug out bag or a very short bug out bag. I've got like a 1 or 2 day bug out bag, and then I've got like a week bug out bag, and then I've got an inch bag, which is designed for never coming back. And as I say, that don't necessarily mean the world's got shit. I might just have to disappear. Don't know, do you? It's like I said, when are you doing your bug out videos? I meant the Fabled series where you're going to live in the garden. Soon. When I get time, when I get a good month of not having to do anything. Saint said, spending a night in my garden. That's God dang. No, I think it'd be a good setup. Evil said, anyone bugging out should stay away from the villages. We don't want none of them city folk around here. Exactly. Idea for the simulated bug out situation. I know people laugh about it. But I'll live in my garden for at least a week out of a bug out bag. And I'll even simulate hunting. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to go for a walk every day to get my water, which I will. And on that walk, I'll put a fucking camera on a stick with a sight on the end of it. And if I see any birds, I can shoot them, right? This sounds a bit weird, but I just want to make it sort of real. But I can't walk around shooting birds or shit because I'll get done. So if I see any animals when I'm out, I'll get my stick out of the camera and I'll shoot it, right? And then what we'll do is when I come back, I'll simulate that shot with an air rifle on a target the same fucking size and distance. And if I miss, I don't get to eat that food. If I do hit something that big, a little bird, I'll get to simulate a bit of meat off of a bit of chicken that'll be about that size. You know what I mean? And it'll be truly as close as you can to living off, without doing it, because I can't traipse around in my local woods shooting things, carrying an air rifle. I get done. They call the fucking police, But I can walk around with a little stick with a camera, go like that. If I see a squirrel, and then I can come home, shoot a target with a squirrel on it, and if it's a kill shot, I then get that much food. You know what I mean? I think that's a good idea. I need that bloke started wearing the stick again. I think that's a good idea. Hello, Crystal Clear. Said, anyone else had issues with Pepper Shop? I've been waiting 7 weeks for my Sobex. Yes, sadly, that's been happening to a lot of people. I'm going to have to stop recommending Prepper Shop now. There's so many people who have been fucked over by them. The problem is it's because they don't contact people. They did the same thing to me. Yeah, I had to cancel my original order and change it. So yeah, sadly, you will get your item crystal clear, but it might be worth messaging them and saying, look, what's happened? Rita said the walk could just be you on the treadmill for a couple of miles, Mike, just to simulate distance. Well, yes. Well, that could work. But what I thought I'd do, Rich, is there's a river near me. So what I'll do, each day I'll walk down to the river and get some water to bring back. So I'm simulating the walk to the river to get the water. Although if I was camping and I relied on the river, I'd be closer to the fucking thing. Do you know what I mean? I've seen your shooting competitions. You want stuff? I'll have some rations with me. But yeah, I think that's a good little setup. Luke said, have you seen Kyle Piddock or Nomad Sam? Nomad Sam rings a bell. Metallic said, get some turkey dinosaurs and shoot the whole herd of them for a feast. I know you lot to take the piss out of me. I think that's a good idea. That's it now. I'm not doing it now. That's it. No, not doing it. Someone's going to have to beg, and then I'm still going to say no. Nah, I'll do it. Yeah, and so I'll live out of a bug out bag for a week. I'll have a couple of rations with me, just to back up. What was Full saying? Hang on. I'll get some stuffed toys and pack a steak tied to them and nurse them. Yes. I wondered why you'd said what a waste of steak, Full. Yes. Thanks. Maybe you could live stream. Oh, I could. Rich said, we are joking, Mike. We love you, really. Thank you, Rich. Thank you. That sounds very gay to play there. Alex said it's a great idea. Just thinking of animal-shaped food items you can actually shoot when you get home. Yeah, no, have lead in it. They said maybe you could turn it into a challenge for others. Yeah, but yeah, the reason I was doing it the way I was doing it, I think it's just an easier way for people like us to simulate living out of a bug-out bag. So get your tent, set it up in the garden. You sleep in your tent every night. You live in the tent, and even so, I may not necessarily be drinking the river water, but I will go down to the river and I'll get that water. So I still have to carry it. But I'll probably just have tap water, but I'll still boil it and I'll still sterilize it before I drink it, as I would if I was really drinking that river water. Do you know what I mean? So I'll be simulating everything how you would do it, just in a slightly safer way, if you know what I mean. Because the other thing, because what you need to remember is, the river where I live, I wouldn't drink that water, but I also wouldn't camp next to that fucking water anyway. I would find a better source of water than that river, but it's the closest river I can walk to simulate me getting water, bringing it home. You know what I mean? And what it will enable me to do is every day I'll go on a 2-mile walk, which gives me the opportunity to forage food and shoot some game, gather wood for the fire. All this stuff gives me a little trip out and about to get that stuff, come back, and then I've got set up for the day, boil my water, prep my food, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Saint said, but a bit of lead a day keeps the possibility of children away. I used to eat lead, and that look what it did to me. That's no joke. I did use to eat lead. And I think the only reason I'm not dead is because there were lumps of lead and it stayed a lump and just went through me. But yes, Luke, I think you could turn that into... And I mean, as a kid, I used to eat lead. But as far as I know, I'm not shooting blanks either. But I wouldn't know. Luke said, I basically am homeless. Spacey, that's a good idea. Told you before I was going to do my yard for substitute from land, but not planning camping in the yard. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm tired to feel for you, Luke. Are you sofa surfing? Are you living in your car? Yeah. Yeah, but that's a bit of a nightmare, isn't it? But at least you've got a car. President, I suppose I'll just have to travel down to simulate Chaddy by bumming it. Don't you bloody call him Chaddy. Fucking Deep in the Uncle's calling him Chaddy. It's Chaddy. Fucking Chaddy. But yes, you're welcome to come down and pretend to be Chaddy anytime. I'm not into that version. That isn't gay for pay. Metallic said, oh wow, I enjoy camping in my car, but actually living in one must be tough. What kind of car do you have? Saint said, why was you eating lead? Have you ever, yeah, Fall on the Hill. I used to put lead pellets in my mouth as a kid. Put a bit of lead in your mouth, Saint, and then just gently squeeze it with your teeth. It's a very pleasant feeling. God dare you. Just chew a little bit of lead just to see how it feels. Oh, great. You can chew lead because it's quite soft. And then I used to swallow it. I used to eat a lot of things. I used to eat nuts and bolts, any fucking leaves that I like the look of, bits of grass, the odd stone. Also, yeah, it has a nice mouthfeel. Exactly that pleasure. Has a lovely mouthfeel, and I was a freak show. Looks a station wagon, cheaper on gas than van life. Yeah. Yeah, it has a nice mouthfeel. Exactly. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. You're looking at a person who has consumed quite a bit of lead in their life and lived. And doesn't have a mental illness or mental deficiency. And I've got scans to prove that, all right? Whether I show it or not. It's the alcohol that's out of my brain, not the lead. Blades Military said, don't forage magic mushrooms by mistake. You might think a tree are talking to you. Maybe I'll simulate that. Maybe we'll have to simulate some kind of fuck up as well. I don't know. Luke said, I think you have 2 streams going. What it is, Luke, you can do 2 at one time now. You can do a vertical or a horizontal. So the people watching on the verticals, you get more views on those. But the long ones, you'll get more of a view. Danny said, I did it with some colourful berries as a kid, never again. My ass still hasn't recovered. Oh, Christ. That's a decent bit of room from what Google showed me. I hope you're able to keep them warm. Thanks for drinking ethanol, eating lead, and sniffing asbestos. Oh, man, shit. Oh, God. If we'd have seen fucking powdered asbestos, we probably would have given it a sniff. We used to burn asbestos. Do you know if you burn corrugated asbestos, it sort of explodes? It like pops and like shoots lumps off. It's mental. Right, good fun. Luke said, yeah, my pit bull keeps me warm and somewhat safe. Yeah, nice, that's good. Richard said, you didn't encourage a certain backwards boy to eat lead. Also did. You would explain a lot. I suspect he's had the fucking, what do you call it? He's had the lead paint job, you know, when you scrape the lead paint off. Now that gets into your bloodstream. I think lumps of lead doesn't. There must be some kind of science behind it, but I have 100% eaten multiple bits of lead, quite a few fair bits of lead, and never had any illness from it that I'm aware of. There was a couple of times when I did feel like I was dying once. I remember being a kid and feeling like I was going to die. I don't know if that's because I had the flu or because I'd eaten something dodgy. I don't know. Can't remember. All I remember is laying in my hallway and in the garden feeling like I was dying. And then I recovered. Honestly, I've never felt so fucked in my whole entire life. I reckon it was the flu, though. President said, we control the horizontal and the vertical. Do not adjust your screen. Stay with the channel, yes. Evil said, lead has a good mouthfeel. No wonder the 80s kids are nuts. Yes, exactly. Exactly, Evil. Exactly. Yeah. Nice bit of lead. Go and try a bit. No, don't. I'm not encouraging anyone. Yeah, public service announcement. Mike does not encourage anyone to eat lead. Eating lead is very bad for you, kid. Don't do it. Yes. Do not do it. That's exactly what I was just about to say. Do not do it. Saint said, ever eaten certain types of mushrooms in fields, Mike? Some might say they're magical. I have, but not because I found them. Someone had a bag of them. I've been tempted to go looking for them, though, but the problem is I'm too paranoid that for me, even experts say it can be a risk fucking about with mushrooms. So I've never bothered because I'm not confident enough. I think there are some that are very obviously what they are and nothing else looks like that. But there are too many that look similar and one will fucking kill you or make you very ill and one won't. You know. So no, I've never even done mushroom foraging because I'm too paranoid. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. And if you wanted to support this channel, you can. There's a thing called Coffee, but there's also the super chat and stuff like that. But yeah, Coffee, there's a link in the chat if someone puts the word exclamation mark support, and also a link in the description. Here's a little 30-second video showing you how to donate if you want to, because I'm only saying because a lot of people would like to donate but don't know they can. Okay, and it does massively help because YouTube is my job and I haven't worked for a week. So yeah. So right, here's the 30-second video. See you in 30 seconds. I'll do my secret wave to metallic. There's a reason we do that. You have to ask her why. Yes, thank you for the links. Matat said it takes only one bad trip to fuck you up, so it puts me off. Saint said like a risk mentally. I've heard. Oh no, well I just meant yeah. So yeah, well, yeah, it can mentally fuck you up. I'm quite paranoid anyway, so I suspect if I did any kind of psychedelic stuff, I'm never really in the headspace to enjoy it. Can't even enjoy marijuana without being paranoid. So anything stronger than that, I ain't gonna enjoy it. It'll definitely go to shit. But yeah. Fall said, has anyone tried Starlink broadband? No. Is that the thing that UK Urban Prepper talks about, Starlink? That's the broadband that's done by satellites, isn't it? Is that what that is? I know that UK Urban Prepper talks about that, I think, anyway. That's the only reason I recognise the name for that. Yeah. But I'm not 100% sure what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Asking UK Urban Prepper he'd probably be able to, he'd be able to help you. But no, I don't know nothing about it. Richard said, have you heard the theory our intelligence came from apes eating certain mushrooms? Generations of them eating mushrooms cause certain brain development. No, I haven't, but that is very interesting. That is a very interesting thing, Rich. Yeah. Very cool. Thanks, but obviously Mike doesn't consume illegal drugs since that is against the law. We're all good boys and girls, yes. I was thinking more about the monetization. One of the monetization stipulations is not to encourage drug use. You can talk about it, but you have to talk about it in a bad way. Fucking skint, I need to earn the 50p ad money tonight. If you see an ad pop up, please let the whole thing run. And if you miss anything, just come back and I'll tell you what I said, all right? As long as you watch the whole ad, I will fucking rewind myself and tell you what I said, all right? Yeah, drugs are bad. Okay. Don't make me do impressions of things. Sell out my book. Yeah, fucking standing out for my quid tonight, Rich. I need it. Get donating, Richard. Don't say that, Mike. I was doing an impression of someone. Remember what happened last time? What happened? What did I say? Luke said, have you thought about doing a clips channel? No. Like what, though? What kind of clips do you mean? Oh, yeah, no. Thank you, Pazio. I know what you mean now. Do not click on the ads deliberately. I mean, if you're watching the live stream, no, don't click on them. Do not deliberately click on them. That doesn't help at all. No. Don't click on the ads or anything like that. If an ad pops up, though, just don't skip it. That's all. Yeah, I got you now, Pazio. I suddenly realised. Yes. Drugs and booze and all that shit. Shite a trap, yes. No, feel free to watch the whole thing, but don't be clicking them or nothing. That doesn't help. Thank you, pleasure. Blades Military said some mushrooms in the UK are poisonous and easily mistaken for edible ones, so you have to know your stuff. Some can kill you by multiple organ failure. Poison puffball is common, makes you throw your guts up. That's exactly what I was getting at, Blades Military. Yes. Yeah, there's too many that could fuck you over. So I don't really bother with any because I can't confidently. Well, as I say, I've watched watched videos about experts. A classic one was. No, actually, this wasn't his fault. But you remember that Ray Mears program that was set in England and it was all about English stuff, and he had that bloke with the glasses helping him. And that bloke with the glasses, I can't remember what his name now was. He was like a mushroom expert. And he worked in one of the universities, and they would give him, they'd be testing mushrooms and stuff, and then they'd give them him to eat, right? Well, someone had been testing these mushrooms and accidentally give him one that wasn't edible, and he ate it. As far as I remember, he said something like, all of his vision suddenly went monochrome, and everything started going really, really, really fucking slow. And it was only because he fucking knew which one of them mushrooms give you those fucking symptoms. He wrote it down on a piece of paper, pinned it to his fucking top, because he knew within a couple of minutes he was going to be fucked. So fucked he probably wouldn't be able to talk to anyone anymore. And then when he did go like completely fucked, they knew what it was because he'd written it down, pinned it to his top. I can't remember the bloke's name, but it was quite interesting. It was as I said, it was the Ray Mears program. That it was a whole series set in England, and the only reason I mention that is because most survival programs are set everywhere but England or Britain, aren't they? So it was nice to have one set in the UK, showing you all the edibles in the UK, all the edible mushrooms, and this bloke was his expert who used to do the mushroom stuff. I can't remember his name. Someone look it up for me because I want to know. But yeah, he was an interesting bloke. You know, he's still about, but yeah, but he nearly got fucking killed by a fucking mushroom. I think said the magic ones are genuinely safe because they turn blue. Fair enough, yeah. So basically said I could have been fairly wealthy if I never smoked and the rest. Well, that's it. That's it. Saint said being a mushroom expert sounds so funny to me. There's my phone. I'm gonna have to look it up. Someone look up Ray Mears' fucking mushroom expert. Ah, you could describe him as a fun guy. Or was that where he was going? Let's ask AI, shall we? See if that knows nothing. I haven't asked AI anything for a while. Who was the bloke on Ray Mears' program that was set in the UK that helped him with the mushrooms? The fun guy bloke. Alright, they reckon Jeffrey Kibbe. I can't remember his name being Jeff. Jeffrey Kibbe. No, ain't fucking Jeffrey Kibbe. Alright, I'm gonna have to look it up. Right. Spacey said was watching something last night about the Grateful Dead and LSD. Nice. Right, series is. So it might have been Ray Mears' Wild Food, but that was all set in the UK, that one. No, maybe it weren't then, I don't know. Gordon, that was it, Gordon Hillman. Yeah, there he is. Here you go. This is what you call a fun guy expert. There he is. Now imagine him off his fucking rocker, seeing monochrome, a piece of paper pinned to his top. Oh, I loved fucking Gordon. He was great. He should have been more. He was quite an interesting bloke. So it's always bashing AI. You're fucked when they take over in 20 years. I say please and thank you. Well, the truth is, I'm one of those. I'm rude to them in front of people. I'm nice and polite when no one else is about. I don't know. What would you describe that as? Don't fucking say two-faced. Yeah, Gordon Hillman. Gordon Hillman. Did Gordon Hillman nearly die eating mushrooms? Right, where are we? Who's Aubrey? I'm going to see if this said what happened when he did it. But yeah, I know that they gave him, weren't his fault. They gave him the mushrooms. What they were supposed to do, give him the edible mushrooms. Yeah, then when they didn't, yeah, fucked him up. Spacey said, done a fair bit of the stuff before the wheelchair. Had some mental times on it, but also nearly got a 4-year bird for possession with intent. Oh, yeah, there you go. CR, how you doing, mate? You alright? Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, especially if you just come on. Yes. What's everyone up to tonight and tomorrow? I know what you're up to tonight watching this. But you might not be from the UK. And Tarek, how did you get such a lovely flat finish on that? That's lovely, that is. So that's what I thought the bloke's name was. He's great. When I forage, I channel him, pigging out like I'm starving on random bits and pieces. Or maybe a different one. Has that bloke been in more stuff? But if that's the picture of the bloke you meant, yeah, Gordon. Yeah, I like Gordon. I think he's great. I used to really enjoy seeing him on that Ramir's program. We all did. It's just one of those. He was very enthusiastic and he knew what he was talking about. And then also telling you that story so that he also knows the adverse effects of it as well, which is always interesting. It's interesting knowing all the good bits, but when you also know what happens when it can fuck you up, that's just as important and rarer, isn't it? Metallic said, I think I sanded it to 3,000 grit on the orbital sander. Yeah, it's lovely little finish on that. Evil's cooking. CR said, fucking need to get my new pressure plate for a Sobek. Think I strung it too tight, and maybe after 30 shots, the limb come loose and dropped the limb pressure plate through some decking. Oh, for fuck's sake. Is that just a bit of metal? Send me an email. If that's just a piece of metal, I could probably make you one of them and send you it. For like a $5 or something, if you want, CR. I've got a non-set up. If you want to do that, yeah. Do you know what my email is? I'll make you one. It'll be easier than trying to buy one. Yeah, just $5. That'll pay for the a bit of labour and the postage. Do you know what my email is? It'll come up in a minute. If you right, hang on. So my email is now in the chat. It's also this. Right. So my email is. Are you watching vertical or horizontal? Because if you're watching vertical, I don't know where it's showing. It's showing up there somewhere. But if you're watching horizontal, it's there. WeaponCollector1 at AOL.co.uk. Right. It's also in the chat, so you can copy and paste it. Right. Send me an email. If it's just the metal bit that goes in front or behind the thing, yeah, I could cut you that. I could probably do that tomorrow. All right. It's just a little bit of steel. That's all it is. I just cut a bit of steel for you. Pop it in an envelope with a stamp on it, because otherwise you're going to be fucking trying to find that shit for fucking ages. Yeah. It's a little bit of metal with like a little divot in it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Send me an email and I'll sort you out tomorrow. Nice one, mate. That's Alec. Is it for CR? It's not fair, is it, Keith? I might have to get a clip of that. Just it's not fair. Probably get copyrighted for it. I'll get a cop. Yeah, let's get a clip of that. I love that you say that to me as well, hilarious. Right, see ya. We'll sort it out for you, mate. Yeah, and then just send me like a $5 on fucking PayPal or something if you want. It's like he completely ignored you. It's not fair. That would be worth putting on there. That's a scene from a fucking film. Then he said, I have to get off in a bit. Need to pick up the special kind of paint for the missus. All right, nice one, mate. If that's some kind of euphemism, I don't know what it means, but yes, you get off and get that special kind of paint. Oh god. So I'd love to have a clip. I've got nothing left for me. Said, who's saying it? Who's saying it? Oh god. I'll look into that one. I can't even read. He said plant, not paint. Oh, I did think that's a bit weird. Now that makes more sense. Yeah, the fucking screen is about 6 foot away from me, Metallic. Special kind of plant. Now I know what you're on about. Yes, I did think special kind of paint. What the fuck is that? So okay, now I know what special kind of plant is. So I said I'll pop you 12 for 2 if you can, please. All right, mate. Yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah. Yeah, just send me an email. In fact, if you've sent one now, I'll check that I've got it just to make sure. If not, what you could do is put your email up just for a second. I'll get one of the mods to copy and paste it, and then I'll send you one. Or have you not sent it yet? I'm just checking, that was all. Right, I ain't had one yet. But yeah, if you I don't know, send me it now so I can check, because often people ask for things and then they send me an email and I never get it. Who was the bold kids? Yeah, I thought it'd be Phil fucking Mitchell. Yes. Yeah, send me an email now, CR, so I just to make sure I get it. Because as I say, there's been a few people who say, I think what it is, they forget to put the 1 in or something, and then I never get the email. So it's nice to just be a check. Even if it's just to say, here's the email, Mike. Got it. Right, nice one, mate. Yes, so I have got it. Right, I'll sort that out tomorrow for you. That shouldn't take long. There's a bit of steel out there. Just got to cut it. Right, thank you, mate. How old is AOL now, anyway? It's always, it's even for the last 7 years, people have laughed at my AOL email. When I got that email, I thought, oh, this is a new up and coming company. I don't know how old AOL is. Old, apparently. People genuinely laugh when they see my email, and I find it hilarious. Fucking hell. Sorry. Oh god. That's better. Got it that time. Right, yeah, we'll sort it out, mate. I'll make them. I'll email you tomorrow, get your address off you, and then get you to send the money. Can you do PayPal, all right? If not, you can do a debit and credit card on my coffee donation thing anyway. We'll sort it out. Yeah. Anyone got any plans for tomorrow? I already asked that, didn't I? There's some new people on since then. I shall be cutting some bits of metal to see her. Finishing off metallic stall. So I'm thinking about what big boy crossbow to get now. I've customized the Sobek. Yeah, I don't know. Have you got any full size ones? The old, the old £150 Jaguar's worth going for, or like the new one, the Mark II Jaguar recurve. I'd recommend get a recurve. I'll send you the info tomorrow. So yeah, because the thing is, a little thing like that won't take me 5 minutes to make. I've got some steel out there that'd be perfect. I'll just cut it, put the little divot in. I don't think the divot even really matters that much. It's just to locate the thing. Yeah, chuck it in and have a little stamp. That's not a big deal. You know what I mean? Richard said work until 6 a.m. so won't be home till 11ish. Matat said got my favourite cheese coming around at 9 a.m. Could do the woods swimming or maybe click and climb. Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good. Yeah, I'll just be prepping for camping and stuff like that. So I said, no, the Sobek was my first knife. Sobeks are lovely, though, aren't they? I love the Sobek. Absolutely love it. Yeah, I love the Sobek. I'm still waiting for some more accessories to come out. I know that CrossShop UK is still developing some, and the other bloke, R. Lazenby's done. Oh, I keep meaning to have a look. I think he's done something else, like a cheek weld thing. He's made some. I keep forgetting to fucking look. One of them has. I've still been ill all week. I've only just remembered that. Yeah, it might be worth looking. I haven't got one, so I don't know. But if it's as good as the original, the Jaguar Mark II could be a good way to start off with a full-size crossbow. Yeah, the banana handle, yes. Yes. Saint said, Mike, out of curiosity, if I went out in the woods and had a small little fire, can you get done for property damage or whatnot? I haven't really found any good videos talking about it. Oh, well, a cock extender, but no, it's a stock extender. Thank you, Rich. It is a cock extender that he put on there, yes. Well, you're trying to get me fucking demonetized. Stock extender, sorry. Well, technically, yes, Saint. My local woods has signs up saying you're not allowed to have fires, you're not allowed to fish, even though there's no water in them woods at all, ever, anywhere. You're not allowed to hunt, you're not allowed to play ball games in there, you're not allowed to have fires in there. And there's a thing to get fines. However, I don't know anyone ever who's ever got done for it, but you never know. This is why I think it always pays to really be respectful of everyone you meet and everything you do. So, like, when me and Metallic are in the woods with a fire, every single person that comes past, we will I'll make eye contact with them, smile at them, say, all right, how you doing? And they say, oh, the nicer you are, the less likely. I think it's good to acknowledge people. It takes the edge off of things. Always try and be really nice to people and go, yeah, how are you? You're all right. And they're less likely to go fucking prick, in their head. You know what I mean? If you sit there and stare at them, or I know these things sound obvious, but you'd be surprised the people who. Even as a teenager, I made a point. If a dog walked past, I would say hello to them because we're a bunch of teenagers. I know that a bunch of teenagers could be intimidating to people. So I would always go, all right, how you doing? And that would put them at ease because, Metallic says, Saint, I have never had a problem as long as it's a public place without any signs restricting stuff. Yeah. So even in our woods that has signs up, I've never had an issue ever, though. Never, ever, and I've never known anyone to. Richard said, do you think the Revo 7 is worth the price difference from the Sobet? So I have shot a Revo 7, and it is a fucking lovely fucking crossbow. And it probably is worth its money, seeing as it is a fully designed from the bottom up, ground up crossbow. And you can use it, you can keep it shouldered, and you're almost pumping it. You know what I mean? And it's fucking decent. It's really nice. I shot Tom's, and it was great. So yeah, it probably is worth the money, and you can do interchangeable magazines. So you take a magazine and just put another one in. You get the different size limbs, different power limbs, but I think if you've got the money, it's worth it. I couldn't afford something like that anyway, though. The only thing you're restricted to are those small bolts, but they do the job. So it said, what about all the Queensland and Kingsland now? I'm not sure. I think it depends where you are. I think it depends where you are, Saint. Most people wouldn't have an issue. Because like I say, with the woods where we go with metallic sometimes, you can't really get away from people either. So they will see you. So that's where it pays to be polite and nice. You know what I mean? Whereas my woods, there are places you can get to where people can't just walk past you. They'll come in. They must be coming to look for you, to come across you, because you can get off the paths. Yeah, I don't know, but I don't think a lot of people have issues. But if you can get in a part of the woods where no one's going to be anyway, then hopefully you'll be all right. But I've never... No, I don't know. I don't... It depends. It depends where you live. If you live in an area where they're right snooty fucking snotty bastards, then maybe. You know what I mean? But like I said, when we are doing axe throwing, we make a point of announcing to dogs or people... Yeah, we was doing axe throwing in the woods. Yeah, so when we was doing axe throwing in the woods, we make a point of announcing dogs and people to each other, and then don't throw while they're in sight in an obvious way. Yeah, so we was even doing axe throwing when, in the woods. Danny said, we've got a park ranger around here. He's a cool guy. Found out he was smoking a joint watching me and the wife doing it on the golf course at 2 a.m. Nice. I wasn't happy about that. He just laughed when he drove past. Fuck's sake. Fucking hell. Don't go off the path, exactly, TC. Blades and Military said, Jaguar crossbows become vintage now, but very simple recurve, yet very durable, versatile. Exactly. You can get 25-pound limbs all the way to 175 pounds. I think there's a 200-pound limb that fits it now, too. A shit hit the fan crossbow. 100%. Yeah, I really like the old Jaguars. But as you say, that is getting on for vintage now. But yeah, I can't really confidently say how good the Jaguar 2 is because I've never had one. But I know they're a bit more modern and they look a bit nicer. But yeah, if it works, it works. All you need is a mechanism for the trigger that will consistently work, and that's all you need with a recurve crossbow, don't you? Because the limbs can be easily replaced. Yeah. Saint said, maybe it'd be a good idea to bring a proper stove too, so a fire is at least contained. Also, not looking to chop down trees, just have a couple of hours chilling. Yeah, just make sure where you go, clear the ground, look responsible, clear the ground so there's not all leaves that could set fire. And then when you finish, put those leaves back. Shit like that. People, that does make a difference to people. CR said, anyone come up with broadheads at Scorn to the Sobit yet? No, not that I know of. The Titan said, yeah, Saint, don't have a fire on the ground. There's hundreds of cheap fire pits out there. There's no need to leave a scorch mark. Leave no trace and restore respect for bushcrafters. Exactly. But yeah, basically do everything you can to avoid someone moaning. essentially, or being able to have an issue. You know what I mean? And if someone wants to talk to you, have a little chat with them, and that helps. Most people don't. Most people just want to, if they look at you, say hello, go, all right, and they'll say something funny like, "Are you moving in?" And say, "No, I'm not. Just having a nice break." But someone said that to us because we had like we was testing an old tent that Metallic had been given. Yeah, from a brew. Last time we was in the woods, there was like 4 of us, and there was a tent put up in the woods. But that tent was only put up because we was checking if it had holes in it. But yeah, someone walked past and said, "Are you moving in?" And I said, No, we're not moving in. But yeah. Danny said, "Me and Shakira lived in a tent in the woods for 2 years. We cleaned up before we left and took care of the animals." Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah. I bet that was an experience. Saint said, "Where I am, Mike, if you know, there can be a few pompous bricks. However, I might as well give it a go. Worth it if it happens, if I leave and get back." Well, exactly. Well, here's a little bit of advice for you. Right? If some fucker does grass you up, and it ain't the police that come, give the fuckers a false address, because they ain't gonna fucking know, and they ain't got no fucking authority anyway. So just give them a false address and false name, and then go home. So yeah, I'll wait for my fine. But have one ready. It's easier that way. Because otherwise, they ain't gonna fucking authority anyway. But don't. It's easier to just give, like, for someone who hasn't got any authority, it's easier just to give them a false address and let them think they're winning, rather than call them out on it and get into an argument with them and then get banned. You know what I mean? Just go, "Oh, okay, or just say, "Sorry, I didn't realise, blah, blah, blah." Because the thing is, if you're polite to people anyway, I'm saying about the fake address, if it's no way you can get out of it and they're a moody bastard who just wants to fucking do you. Most people, like when me and Metallic got caught I say caught, I don't think we was doing anything wrong, but we got stopped by a park ranger in Wales who was trying to have a go at me, right? But because every single time he said something we was doing wrong, I basically just went, "Oh, I'm really sorry." He couldn't do it. I think he wanted me to go, "Oh, fuck off," so he could have a go at me. But I didn't give him the opportunity. He literally couldn't do it. Same with that farmer who got funny with us on the fucking mountain. He wanted me to get funny so that he could go on a fucking right old fucking go. But both of those two people, I did not give them the fucking means to do it. And that was purely by being fucking polite to them and admitting that I was wrong and saying sorry. Because I was. When that with the park ranger, yeah, we probably shouldn't have been there. We weren't hurting no one though. We was down a fucking. We was in the middle of nowhere, in a little cut off in front of a gate, and he stopped and said, "You shouldn't be parked there. There's a gate. What if the farmer needs to get in there?" Or we would have moved. We would have instantly moved. But I didn't say that. I just said sorry. Yeah, we're wrong. And then he said, "Yeah, and you also shouldn't be doing that." And I said, "Oh yeah, I'm sorry." And then he said, "Oh, you know that sometimes people come down here and slash your tires, don't they?" And I went, "Oh yeah, and I just didn't give him any excuse to get, No, we weren't wrong with the farmer, but in his mind we were. That's what I mean. We weren't wrong with the farmer. The farmer, we was parked where we was allowed to park, and we hadn't been there all night. But in his head we had, and blah, blah, blah. But we didn't give him any reason. I knew he was going to start as soon as because he got out of the car in a very fucking aggressive way. You know what I mean? CR, take care, mate. I just want to catch up with some of these comments. But yeah, kill them with kindness. Hearts and minds works every time, mate. Hearts and minds. That's an SAS technique. When you're in enemy fucking territory, you make friends with the people who live there, and then if shit hits the fan, they will help you. But Hearts and Minds, it works. Blazing Military said all these Gucci £1,500 compound crossbows, like 10-point, shooting 500 feet per second, but in a shit hit the fan, once broke, can't be fixed. No, exactly. Yeah, you need specialist tools and parts, exactly. Metallic said, leave nothing but a positive impression, mate. People get curious when they find out you're making fresh cheese on toast, followed by banana custard when you're in the woods. Makes them think because it's not what they expect. Yeah. Politeness is always the best way. Exactly, TC. But yeah, no, we weren't wrong with that farmer. So I bet 20 years ago you would have had no front teeth. He would have had no front teeth. Yeah, exactly. It depends. I've always sort of known when it, there's different situations where it's easier just to let them do it. And then they almost sort of get all of the shit out they want without having to turn it into something else. Just let them do it. They're pissed off. They want to say something. Let them say it then. Let them say it and they get their bit out. And you don't have to make it worse. You know what I mean? But yeah. But that farmer was a complete twat. The farmer, we was on Sugarloaf Hill, Sugarloaf Mountain, and there's a car park there. And you're allowed to park either side, right? There are markings for cars to park. All it says is you're not allowed to sleep up there. Well, we didn't sleep up there. We got there very late, midnight-ish. We stayed in the car till about 4 or 5 in the morning, and then we walked up the hill, walked up the mountain, and then came back down after getting lost for 6 hours. Don't bring me onto that anyway. And then we were so fucked, and all our clothes was, Metallic was drying some of her clothes on the string, and I think he thought that we was like moving in. And the way he got out of his car, I knew instantly. We'd been on this. This was like half an hour after we'd been lost for 6 hours as well. So he's lucky we didn't go fucking mental at him, just because, yeah, we'd been lost for like 6 hours, and then he turns up doing this, and I just let him do it. We both sort of let him do it, and but we weren't in the wrong for that. Anyway. TC said probably have a bit of wife at home and he's not getting a blowjob. Well, exactly. Yeah, that's it. Saint said people wonder why all the youth stay in because no one's allowed to legally have fun, it seems. Well, exactly. Yeah, too many people want to sort of complain about stuff all the time now as well. It's a shame. But yeah. Did we try to have a sleep? I can't remember. I tried to have a kit for 2 hours and failed. But we didn't sleep there all night. That was the thing. The only thing that it said on that whole entire big thing that you weren't supposed to do really was sleep there. And we didn't. We didn't sleep there. Well, it said no overnighting. We didn't stay overnight. We got up, because our whole point was to get up very early, walk up the mountain and walk back down so that we didn't have to see anyone. And it worked. We saw one person. Because we didn't want to do it with everyone else. But yeah, he was a right fucking knob, he was. Now, he was one of, you can also, I'll tell you how you know when someone just wants to have a go at you, is because if they say something and then you say, I'm sorry, I won't do it again, or sorry, I didn't know that was an issue, or whatever, just say sorry and just, or I didn't know that was an issue, sorry, I won't do it again. And if they bring something else up, and then you say sorry again, and they bring something else up, they're just doing it because they want to get it out, they want to have a go at you, basically. So it's easier just to let the fucking, just keep letting them, Good night, Saint. Take care, mate. Metallic said, wanted to see the sunrise, then met one person who gave us shit directions. Oh, yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, we also wanted to see the sunrise, didn't we? Yeah. Goalpost moving. Yeah, exactly, Rich. But when they're doing that, if you start arguing back, it's okay. It depends what you want to do. if you want to have an argument with them, have a fucking argument with them. Do you know what I mean? But just be aware that anyone who does that wants an argument. So if you do start as well, it's gonna go on for a while, or you know, if it's two blokes, you might end up having a fight. So you got to be prepared for that. But yeah, you know when someone's going on and on and on. But you can kill them with kindness, and they give up. They fuck off. Danny Tanner's called a wife. That said, although got to find a spring and some ancient trees. Yes, we did. Yeah. Yes, and now I know what it's like to be a lost. I once watched a documentary about these two blokes lost in the Antarctic. I now can confidently say I know how they felt, but with heat instead of cold. Yes. Said, I've had it with dildos on Reddit trying to argue about my archery. Yeah, you can't. If they keep changing it, if they can't accept it and just say something else, you know that all they want is an argument. And online it's even worse because, you know, people who wouldn't say boo to a goose in real life think they're fucking hard online because you can't touch them. You know what I mean? In fact, I'm panicking that you only have 2 litres of water. As I said, I now know what it's like. I know what it's like to be the frozen back mountain. I know what it's like to be a lost explorer out in the middle of nowhere thinking they're going to die. I do know what that's like now. I can relate to that. So if you ever watch someone lost in like the desert, I know how that feels. I know how that feels. And it felt like we was going to get killed at one point because I know what it's like to be stalked by a wild animal. The wild animal's a car tearing up a fucking windy road. So what I had to do, I had to get my bomber jacket and turn it inside out. So at least if a car came tearing up these roads, at least they'd see me. We said most people in real life won't say shit. Well, exactly. That's what I mean. But what I mean, though, Rich, is online, though, because you can't get at them, they're more likely to keep going on. Yeah, fucking pussies. Oh, well. Dan said that day was all about the attitude, Mike. I was munching the blackberries. The worst bit for me was having to get past the horses. I was terrified. That was right at the beginning, wasn't it? Yeah, little bastards. Little bastards or big bastards. They was like right on the path and you had to walk like right past them. Yeah, that wasn't fun. I was going to do a Conan the Barbarian on them, though, if they came near me. If you don't know what that is, look up Conan the Barbarian knocks out a camel. Oh, yes, how does air smell? Yes. I remember that now, yeah. I remember it smelling like unusual. What did it smell like there? Can you remember? I do remember there being an odd, like, pleasant smell. But I can't remember what of now. By the way, I would only punch a horse in the face if it was threatening me. Okay? It would have been self-defense. I'm not a fucking, I'm not a horse beater. I do not hurt animals. However, if a horse, you know, is coming to get me, you know, you've got to defend yourself, haven't you? This was wild horses, like on a fucking mountainside. So yeah, you know, get fucking stomped the shit out of. At least I might get a punt in. Probably didn't have my cosh on me. Too heavy to carry that with me. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. There are a lot of can't think of the word. Divisive isn't the word I was going to come out with, but topics. Eclectic topics. Yes, don't forget to like the stream. Heavy, thick, and sweet. Yeah, I do remember now. Now you mention it. I have a weird memory though. Often I won't remember something until someone says it, and then I'll suddenly remember. You know what I mean? I have to rely on Mount for a lot of things that happened in our past. And he'll say it, and then I'll be, oh shit, yeah, now I remember. Bummed by a stallion, nasty horses. That's not a book I'll be writing, Richard. That's not a fucking book I'll be writing. On that note, though, if I can find my fucking clip.
That's the funnest place to be.
Fucking hell. Yes. Right. Hopefully I don't forget to make CR's bits of metal tomorrow. Shouldn't take long. Just cut a little rectangle in it. File it. I was going to make some for... I'm sure I've made some of them for someone recently. Yeah. First of all, obsession. At least you didn't write obsession for men. That'd seem even worse. I'm not obsessed with him. You're obsessed with him. Anyway, who did bring him up? Richard. Richard brought him up. Where's my notes on here? Teleprompter. What's that do? Right, hang on. I'm going to cut and paste something. Right, ignore this if it shows on my screen. Your script appears on the screen, visible only to you. Okay. Okay. Not that we're ever going to need that. Danny said, I lassoed Shakira once as she kicked as much as a horse, but finally gave up and married me. Nice, that sounds extremely romantic. Yes. Was that the night the ranger caught you in the woods? He was stoned. Oh, gosh. It's like saying. Thing is, you shouldn't tell me things like that. I can picture it in my head. I can picture the fucking stoned ranger up on a hill with binoculars watching you. Oh, gosh. So I've got the whole image in my head now. Yes, I found it, Persia. Finally. Do you want to have a guess where it was? Like something at a wrong turn, yes. No, it turned up. Do you want to guess where it was? I was well happy when this turned up. It was in Metallic's fucking car. She opened her drawer underneath in the passenger seat, and there it was. I was getting ready to make another one though. I will make some soon to sell. Do you want one, Persia? But yeah, I fucking love that. But I'll tell you what you can do if you ever get paranoid. If you're out and about, I've been in a couple of situations where I thought I might get searched, and how this is like this, it made me a little bit. So what I did, I just basically took the coins out of it, and then set the bag up like this, so it's a lot more. Just a flat bag without the coins in it, and then went into a building where I wouldn't have needed it anyway, but had I been searched, they would have found that in, an empty fucking pouch in like one pocket and a bag of coins in a bag. You ain't going to put them two and two together. And then once I got back out the building, put it back together again. Just Chaddy hiding in the bushes. I don't know. I don't know where Chaddy used to hide. He used to hide about somewhere. He used to hide about somewhere. Hello, Mikey. How are you? So yeah, there's that. Just waiting for people to comment. Don't leave me hanging. So yeah, the good thing with these pouches, you can take the stuff out and make it look a bit more, what's the word? Oh, I can't read the word. Inconspicuous. Danny said, high vis top, Stanley, and a hard hat. Reasonable cause. Don't have to tell them where you work. Stay self-employed. Right, exactly. Yeah, get anywhere then, can't you? Virgin said, the only trouble is I rarely have coins anymore. Well, you will have in there. You just put the fuckers in there. Just, what? You even fill it up? I don't know. Get some. I'm sure you could take some coins down the local note down the local shop and say, can you change up the coins, please? Yeah. Can't think of anything else you could put in there. TC said, fuck me, just swipe down and it was an evil clown talking about Richard Burton last day. There you go. If you've just scrolled to this live stream, do not scroll down any further. You'll get an evil clown talking about Richard Burton. Do not scroll away. Do not scroll away. You will see your own nightmares if you do. Stay here with me. I'm not your nightmare. Maybe I am, but not tonight. Joe said, the future is cashless. The future is coins in a leather pouch, is what it is. Do not move away, TC. You'll see nightmares that you never wish you'd ever see. But yeah, probably is cashless, but still, there'll always be things you might be going to the local arcade. I don't know. Yeah. Paul said, many years ago, I went into the city and found I'd forgotten to take a knife out of my pocket before leaving home. So I stashed it under the police van, always part of the train station. Nice. Nice. Well, I've done one sort of worse than that. I went for a police interview with a fucking knife in my pocket and got caught. And not on purpose. I didn't put that knife in my pocket on purpose. What had happened was, and it was there on the way home, nice. What happened was, it was on my fucking birthday. Sorry, I'm trying to read the comments while I'm talking. It was one of my birthdays, I don't know what one, but I needed to go for a police interview, and I'd got some new clothes for my birthday, and I had genuinely been cutting the tags off with this penknife, put the penknife in my new fucking jeans, and I went down the police station. Luckily, the police did actually accept that. The knife got took off me, though. But they could see I had all like brand new clothes. And well, they knew it was my birthday anyway. It's probably why they organised it for that day. Oh, look, it's his birthday. Let's do it then. You know. First of all, we peasants don't carry lumps of gold like you. Yes. I got to have my little pouch of money to give to the peasants when I see them. Fill out a couple of nuggets. Here you go. Danny said, well, I woke up in the bed with you. I'd be pretty terrified. Arthur said, many people cannot see the children. Do you see the children? I can hear the children, but I can't see the children. No. Hello, Arthur, by the way. How are you? Don't scroll away, though. You'll see nightmares if you do. T says, they're talking about Hamlet now. Maybe scary, but more cultured. Still, I prefer it here. Exactly, yes. TC, this is the place to be. I can talk about Hamlet if you want. Well, I can talk about Hamlet cigars, maybe. Is Hamlet the one where they have the skull in it? I know it's from Shakespeare. I'm more into Macbeth. Macbeth's my favourite fucking Shakespeare thing. Danny said they took my cutthroat razor with the box and it was 1930s one. Yeah, you should be allowed to keep that. Schrodinger's Gaffney, it's been a while. Said, hi, mate. Try the red light therapy on your hand. So I did save like a thing for that. I haven't got around to buying anything yet. I ain't really had the money. But what I'm going to do is when I get some Amazon credit, which should be around the 26th of this month, I'll look into buying something. But I saved the information you sent me. I do appreciate that, mate. DC said Dad got killed and then everyone dies at the end. Okay, fair enough. That's not, alas, per Yorick, whatever the fuck he says. How much do you need? Well, I ain't sure at the minute, Danny. I ain't had a proper look to how much they are, but I know that I'll have money from that. You know what I mean? Don't know. I'll look into it if you like, Danny. Danny and Skew, I really do appreciate that. I'll look into it if you want, and yeah, I'll look into it and let you know. Thank you. Yeah, that would be a massive help. Thank you, Schrodinger's Gaffney, for telling me about it. All right, I'll have a look. See how much it costs and let you know. Maybe we could do a little bit of a, I don't know, say funder thing, but I probably wouldn't need to anyway. But yeah, thank you. And it is the same play, is it? Nice. I don't even think I've seen fucking Hamlet, to be honest. I like Macbeth, but Macbeth's quite violent. The reasons I like Macbeth is Macbeth has quite a bit of violence in it, and I like prophecies. I love a good prophecy. It's great. Yeah. And especially a prophecy where someone tries to make it happen, which is what Macbeth does. But by making it happen, he fucking, they ruin everything. Schrodinger's Gaffney said, get a real one, though. Loads of fake Chinese ones that don't work. No, I will. I'll look into getting a proper one if I'm gonna, because as you said, it'd be a waste of money, won't it? But no, I haven't looked at the prop, because that's the thing. What I need to do, I've saved the information to find one, but I haven't had a proper look yet, because I need to make sure it's a real one. And yeah. Is Hamlet violent? Yeah. Macbeth's good. Macbeth's got stabbings in it and ghosts and prophecies, and it's interesting because he gets, if you don't know anything about Macbeth, most people probably would from school though, but if you don't know anything about Macbeth, this is to the viewer, it's just worth watching. Macbeth's great. He gets told that there's only certain ways he can die, and all of them sound like bollocks. Like, one of them is he can't be killed by any man born of a woman. They also tell him that he'll know when his time is coming because Dunstan Wood will come to Glamis Castle or something like that. You know what I mean? Which again can't happen. And there's another one. I can't remember what the other one is. But he's told these things that cannot happen. They cannot happen, but they do. And then this is a little bit of a spoiler, but the way he sees the woods coming towards the castle is because whoever's army it is, Macduff's army maybe, have cut down the trees and are holding them as camouflage and to march on the castle. So all he can see is when he looks out there is these fucking, like the woods marching towards the castle. I think that's great. I love all that. That's excellent. Yeah. I haven't told that exactly right, but it's, similar to that. TC said Richard III, cry havoc and let loose the dogs of war. Richard got an ad rap in that one. A bad rap in that one, yes. Yeah, so I'm only, in all honesty, I'm only really familiar with Macbeth. I think I've seen nearly every Macbeth film that's out because I really like them, and they do different variations of them. Like, so you'll get like modern day ones. There's an Australian gangster Macbeth. There's a 90s, set in the 90s, Macbeth, starring Sean fucking Pertwee. That's a good one. And then you get like World War II set ones with Patrick Stewart, and you get the traditional ones that are actually set in medieval times. I haven't played, I've just fucked myself over there. I have seen most of them apart from the anime. You fucking caught me. You fucking caught me. No, I still haven't seen that yet. You're gonna have to put it on fucking Discord, and I might be a little bit more likely to actually watch it. Whack, I forgot about that. I keep forgetting it exists. Fall on the Hill said, I prefer a Midsummer Night's Dream. Poor bottom law. I know nothing about a Midsummer Night's Dream other than I used to have a porno called A Mid Slumbers Night Dream that had nothing to do with the Shakespeare play other than the name. And there was, someone on there could probably say poor bottom, but other than that, no. They even had the classic, my sink's broken, the plumber's gonna come around and fix it. That shit. 4 years. I know Persia, but when I say I watch something soon, 4 years is still in that remit. That's still it within. I'll watch it soon. Yeah. Some people are waiting longer. Oh god. I know the basic story of Romeo and Juliet, but that's just because school made me watch it. But I remember watching Macbeth in school and fucking loving it. Someone getting stabbed and loads of fucking blood. I was like, yeah, this is good. But as I say, also, there's a lot of other interesting elements to it. I like the witches giving the prophecy. That's fascinating. I haven't told you this, but I might do, if it'll work, I don't know if it will. I want to do an extended version of episode 1 of the Spiral Files because it's only 10 minutes long. In that episode, when I leave the office and before I go to the toilets, I was going to be driving past a field where some old witchy type thing beckons me over, and then I go into a cave or something or whatever. I go in something, and then I have a prophecy done, just like Macbeth and the witches. Yeah. And I might still do that just to make that episode slightly longer, but I need to make sure it works first. But they could be telling me a prophecy of something that happens in series fucking 2, or something that doesn't happen until the film's done. Danny said, my wife is a white witch and a massive bitch. I think Shakira's lovely. She must be great. I just imagine he's getting beaten up right now. So, is she not there? But yeah, Danny, I'll have a proper look into the red light thing, red light district, and let you know how much it costs. No, not red light district, red light therapy. Get your own. TC said, it's Danny and yeah, it got me slapped. TC said, tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day to the last syllable of recorded time. All our yesterdays have lighted fools. The way to dusty death. Nice. The Spyro witches, they have the power of foreskin sight. That is excellent. That is excellent. I'm going to have to put that on the Discord. Can someone who's able to I can't talk. Can someone copy and paste that comment and put it on Discord for me, please? I can't do it. I think even if I show it, I can't do it. I copied loads of it anyway. What am I doing? What is that? Share a referral link. No, I don't want to fucking share a referral link. Something's happening. What the fuck was that? Oh. is that I'm reading out TC from? Is that Macbeth? All right. Thank you, pleasure. Yeah, that was good. Foal. Yeah, Spyro Witches. That's the power of foreskin sight. Yes, that is excellent. Yeah, I'll use that. Yeah, I'll just what it is. I genuinely am a bit of a fan of Macbeth. I love the fucking story, so I would like to somehow incorporate that into the Spyro files with a Spyro Witch prophecy. That might be a Desmond, you never know. Yeah. Came back to ask about foreskin sight. Oh god. But yeah, I think that's great. Hello, Tactical. How you doing, mate? Yes, good morning. Danny said, mine can't see much. She has fluid in her eyes. Oh god, fuck's sake. How you doing, mate? You alright? I've been ill all week with a cold. I'm finally getting over it now, though. So yeah, no, I do like the Macbeth stuff. I find it entertaining. I do need to watch that animated one. Pete's seen that coming. He certainly did. He certainly did. So yeah, she did. He's been trying to get that fucking punchline in since I fucking read it. She didn't see that coming. Oh, fuck's sake. You've been out, Tactical. My eyes, yes. That's funny. No one at all tonight did ask me why the flag was up. Why did you lot think the flag was up? Doctor, I'm glad you're feeling better. I was laid up for 2 weeks with that flu. Yeah, nightmare. Fucking nightmare. Yeah, I'm just today well enough to do anything. I'm in bed all fucking week. Absolute nightmare. Fucking completely fucked my chest up. Cheers, Doctor. Yeah, beat you to it, exactly. Beat someone to it. First, I said I was about to ask when you said, fair enough. Yeah, I'll just purely just monetization, and I needed a bit of need a bit of extra money coming in, even if it is just 50p. Well, I looked into the rules on live streams, and it's not worth risking on monet. So it's okay on a normal stream, but having any guns in the background of a monetized stream isn't worth the risk because of what could get your whole fucking thing demonetized. So that's why I never ever monetized live streams with background sharing. They've also got full drinking wine. Nice. Pete said, beat someone to it or beating it to someone. Well, same thing. Danny said, I already knew this country has gone soft. They're taking blank fire in ones off us in the East Midlands. Yeah. Saturday, I thought you'd come down with that new thing. Talking of vodka bottles. I can't help it if I love my vodka. Don't get the light stream everyone. Look, in my drunkenness, that was a perfectly acceptable picture. It all made sense. Just fucking wish you weren't Persia sending. I think it was Persia sending private messages to. Fucking Cheryl, she gets it as well. The problem is, if I'm up really late, right? Sometimes I'm up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I see someone come online, so I start messaging them. So they've just woke up, and I'm fucking paralytic. He said it's not blank guns, but it's still shit there. Yeah. Red wine spritzers, nice. Tactical said Peach made me laugh loads after seeing that post. It was funny. What's in a red wine spritzer then? Is that like red wine and sort of like fizzy fucking water or whatever? That sounds alright. I don't really like wine though, but I'll drink anything. No, it's not all blank guns. Yeah, no, you're right. It's not all blank guns. Yeah. I might have to do a follow-up video to that soon because I think because it's now, like, it's either just happened or it's going to be happening very soon. The actual timeline, like, it's been leading up to it. I did a video when we still had a couple of months to hand them in. Soon, you ain't going to be able to hand them in. Maybe too late, and then they're just illegal, and you've got to either destroy it or, you know. But by handing it in, you could potentially get done for it. You know what I mean? I don't think the police ever do that, but DC said, made some homemade wine today. It can be dangerous. I used to like making booze, but I just drank too much. Ever drank Baileys out of a shoe? I was supposed to fucking do that, and I fucking forgot. Want to go to a club with we and each other. I haven't done that one. But, yeah, why not, Persia? Why not? You coming? If you invite me, you better be there. But I was supposed to drink Baileys out of a shoe recently. The Baileys is all gone now, so you're going to have to wait again. Yes. Danny said, I'm on, what's that? T3 hammers to kill my hangover. Gonna feel like I've been hit with 3 when the no snow fucking hell, no snow west. Nice. All right, you're enjoying yourself, mate. Yes, yet. 3 hammer cider. I hadn't had that. I had Knight's cider recently, which was like 8.5%, 8.2%. Yeah, me and Metallic had some Knight's cider recently. Metallic said, I'm off to bed, early start tomorrow. Sweet dreams true when you go and you find your picture. Yeah, good night, Mo Queen. Nice having you on for most of the stream. Sweet dreams, and I'll speak to you tomorrow at some point. And then I'll fucking see you soon. Oh, there you go. Goodbye. Shall I tell them what that's from? Here's The Last of Us, isn't it? Me and Metallic now wave goodbye to each other like this as a joke. Because she was watching The Last of Us, and one of the things had like tentacle shit hanging out their mouth, or a lot of them do, and she fucking hates it. So that's become like a joke now that we fucking wave to each other like that. Wood nut insider, yes, fuck's sake, please. Oh god. Right, where are we? Dick insider. Oh god. No snow, never had that. Vol said, I've seen large groups of people in masks shouting Alakazam or something. People let them keep their weapons. Must be weak to magic or something. Dan said it's quality, that stuff. 16 of them and everything goes black. What, the night cider? Fucking hell, yeah. I had been laying off it a bit, but I did go on a heavy one last weekend. But, you know, I had been off it for a month, so, you know, it had to be done. Dr. Persia, don't you know he's a scat man? Fucking hell, I'm not a scat man. I'm not ringing the rest of it. Oh, fucking hell. You know. I'm not a scat man. What I was trying to do, well, I think I may have been pissed on once, but, you know, I don't think it weren't a sexual fucking thing, it was like a prank. And we was like 7 or something, I don't know. Haven't we all been pissed on at one point? I mean, like a foot. Pete said he's not a scat man, he's a human being. Oh, God. You know, if you're asking me if I've ever been pissed on, then technically probably yes. Not in a sexy situation, though, sadly. No, not sadly. I'm not into that. I'm not into the what does Alan Partridge like to call it? I can't believe. No, because he thinks wet t-shirts is water sports. That's what it is. Scatman died. Remember his one-hit wonder the night? I do. Tactical's just trying to get me to sing it. Then he said my wife's going to kill me for this, but she asked me to piss on her once. You know, if that's what people... I don't judge. I don't kink shame here. If people want to be pissed on, let them be pissed on. You know what I mean? It's only kinky the first time, exactly. Evil said, any wine spritzer is wine and carbonated water or lemonade. Depends how sweet you want it. Oh, nice. She returned the favour. I can't complain. Well, there you go. Hello, Matt. How you doing? You joined in at a funny time. You said, I knew a girl who wanted to be peed in. Now, that is interesting. Why is it every time I do a live stream that we always talk about shit that could fucking... Can't help ourselves. I think we've done like 6 topics tonight that all go against the guidelines slightly. Let's monetize a live stream, cover up the guns so everything's fine, and we do every fucking other thing that we shouldn't be doing instead. But we have kept within the limits just, I think. Yes. Support me. Yes. It's for science, yes. Exactly. You know, you are allowed to talk about these things. You can... It's just all you have to do is when you click the thing, you let them know. You know what I mean? But yeah, there's nothing saying you can't. Well, there is saying you can't, but it depends on the degree of what you're talking about and how you're talking about it. Obviously, this is we're having a little joke. Nothing wrong with being peed on or peed in. That's your personal preference. Paid in. Yeah, that's an interesting one. They said, so I'm not going to be part of your WeaponCollector sword orgy. It's okay. You don't need to be. You know what I mean? We're just talking here. Hang on, I do have a relevant clip for this. All right. Just give me a second while I go find it. I've got a lot of them now.
We just talk. We talk about anything. What do you want to talk about? What? Who said politics? Sport? Sex? Well, I think that's sort of typical of the kind of crowd that we pull. Sex.
Danny said, unless you have a close encounter of the turd kind, then I'm out. Yes, Matt said, no harm in it. Then a new topic. How do blind people know when to stop wiping after leaving a shit? Leaving a shit. I love it. Yes, Connor, nice. Yes, yeah, Def Leppard, exactly. Yeah, scratch and sniff. Pudge just sent me a very good video the other day. It was an educational video of how how blind people know when to stop wiping. Definitely like getting peed on. No, he did. Yes, exactly. Fallen Hill said, hoping in a power down situation I can keep online for our new Starlink setup. Thinking of getting one of those mesh smartphones. Yeah, that's a good idea. As I say, Fall and Eve, I don't really know nothing about the Starlink stuff, but is it affordable? Can you do see, that would be ideal for me if you could do like a pay-as-you-go type thing, because I can't do contracts. I don't reliably have enough money to do. I do one contract, and it's for this StreamYard. Cost me £8 a month to make sure I can stream endlessly on StreamYard, have 10 guests, and not have fucking logos and shit on the screen. And it's worth it, because often I would use the free amount of hours, and then you couldn't live stream anymore. So yeah. And also it's worth it because I got a special deal. The lowest package StreamYard do now is $50 a month. Well, I get $10 a month, which is about £8. Because I'd been a long time customer from very early on, they just said you can have the lowest new package, which is $50 for your one you already pay. Because I want them fucked off and never come back. Yeah. Evil said if the dog's up their arse, they got to keep wiping. I don't know. Faraday cages are good if you need to move quickly. And silver-lined bags if you fancy some free clothes from the store. Nice. Pay as you go. One last step to OnlyFans. 20 quid up front cost, then £35 a month for 100 megabits unlimited. Fair enough. Yeah, that's not too bad though, is it? That's worth doing. Yeah, just like I say, I can't really do a contract on anything. So what I do is, like my little Wi-Fi dongle thing, that's pay as you go. Essentially, I just put 10 quid on it, and that's portable internet because I can't do it on my phone. I might get a secondary SIM card for this though, and then I could potentially have internet on my phone, but then I'd have to do a contract for that. But I think you can get them very cheap, can't you? Tactical WC has OnlyFans, and there's now ton. Tactical would know as well because he's one of the paid up subscribers. He's a paid up subscriber to my OnlyFans, and he comes on there regularly, and he also writes on there quite a lot, asking me to put content on there. Non-contract gory hole, pay as you blow. Yes. Oh, fuck's sake. Glory hole, I should say, not gory hole. They're two very different things. Oh god. I will be on tomorrow night. Won't be drinking tomorrow. I will be on. Look at Gift Gaff. Yeah, I can't remember the one I found, but I found a good one that was pretty much unlimited internet. Like calls I don't really give a fuck about. I very rarely ever need to call someone up. And if I've got internet, I can call through that anyway. But I did find a couple that was like 10 quid a month. At a push, now I'm monetized, I could get away with that a month because ever since I've been monetized, I always get paid every month. It's not a lot though, but it's enough to make sure I could pay for a contract if I had to. Danny said, "Why can't I have your number? Don't leave the little man out." No one took my phone number. Thing is, even if there's a few, but even if you did have my phone number, don't take this the wrong way. I wouldn't talk to you on the phone anyway because I don't anyone. I hate it. I hate talking to people on the phone. Right, that sounded wrong, Danny. I would talk to you on the phone, but I don't really like talking to people on the phone. I hate it. Maybe I'll give you it one night when I'm drunk. That's about the only time you'll ever get to talk to me, though. I can't stand talking on the phone. I fucking hate it. What sort of content? What, on OnlyFans? Your feet and crossbows, there's nothing on it, really. I have got an OnlyFans account just as a joke because people kept saying get an OnlyFans account. So if you go and look up WeaponCollector on OnlyFans, you should find an account. Then he said, if I'm on your OnlyFans, it will be called Welcome to Jail Experience. Not joking. Oh god. Evil said, thought there'd be some hardcore zip content on OnlyFans. Yes, the zip freak don't come on anymore. And then the glove freak, I've literally got gloves sat here waiting for them. The glove freak, I was always willing to put gloves on for the glove freak. But I think they finished before I'd got them on most of the time. Yeah, I haven't had to do any zip action for the zip freak for ages. I think Persio's just messaged me just to You talk to me on the phone. Personally, I do talk to you on the phone. But yeah. Yes. He said, you talk to me on the phone. And then I've got an unwritten message to you saying, love you, mate. I've deleted it. So I had meant to send you that, but I hadn't. I thought I'd sent that when I was hungover. Yeah, I talked to Persia on the phone. That's about it, though. Power of foreskin sight. Oh, God. Pete said, yeah, Mike will cock a crossbow with his feet. Up close HD in slow-mo. Money shots only $4.99, yes. There you go. Gift Gaff does unlimited for 25 quid a month. Nice. Yeah, actually saying that, I don't think it was unlimited, but I worked it out. It should be enough for what I would need. Because I don't think you'd get unlimited for a tenner, would you? Danny said, I know where to find you, street corner 1 a.m. Don't forget the lipstick. Peter's doing it now. Yes, Peter's messaging me now. Just showing me up you lot are now. And he said, right time to blow up your phone to prove you do in fact ought to be. Paige, I just saw that on my phone. I was like, what the fuck am I sending him? I need to be careful it doesn't show something that... Christmas and New Year. Yes, I talk to people Christmas and New Year. And when I'm very drunk. The thing is, if you want to talk to me on the phone, you have to make an appointment. Like last time GMM was wanted to talk to me on the phone, you had to make an appointment. And then I told him, yeah, in 3 days' time you can call me up and talk to me on the phone. At this exact time, 9 o'clock, I'll be sitting there waiting. Dad to do another live phone in to speak to Childline Support. Yes, that was great. Oh God! Make an appointment by. Well, they have to text me. They have to text me to get the appointment. Scary Clown Man is still online when I tap down. That's bizarre. Yes, you have to make an appointment by phone to talk to me. Very, very rare. I'll just look at the phone. Like, you could be ringing me. Don't ring me because it's too late. And I'll just look at the phone and then put it away. Don't ring me. It's too late. I'll hang up if you do. Fuckers. I shouldn't say anything, should I? Quickly put my phone on silent. Oh, my God. No one's got my phone number. Yeah, zip, zip, zip. I know. I missed the zip freak. And I missed the glove freak. Just because, you know, I can be obliging. It's all in good, you know, it's all in good taste, as fucking, what's his name? Kenny Everett would say. Ring, 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 ring. Oh, God. Right, I will go off at about past, just so everyone knows. TC said, why is the algorithm linking some camp clown? I don't know. Camp clown, that, you know, was quite a good description, isn't it? I don't know, mate. I don't know. Why am I being linked to some camp clown? I think it's just pure, like, that's just what's next. You know what I mean? Who knows? Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, though. Come and have a chat. Talk about anything within reason. We spoke about pretty much everything that I shouldn't have talked about tonight so far. Pretty much. So I looked up the rules tonight to make sure what you could and couldn't say in live streams when they're monetized. And we've pretty much done every one of the ones we shouldn't. It's all in the best possible taste. Thank you, Evil. I knew what I was saying wasn't quite right. Yes, yeah, that's it. Yes, it's all in the best possible taste. Thank you. Yeah, I knew what I said wasn't quite right. And there was a little bit more to it. Right, night. See you later. You're going off, Peach. Good night, mate. See you later. What are you up to tomorrow? You working or get a gym or just resting? Go out in the garden, get a tan. Tactical, I don't have your phone number, but I have your address. It takes 2 weeks. Now that leaves me with blue balls. I'd say. Oh, gosh, yes. Well, I bet it fucking does. Oh, God's sake. Yeah, good night, Peach. See you later, mate. I'll be on till past. Danny said, I have to get going. Might need to get that special paint, plant, herb for the wife. Shakira says good night. Good night, Shakira. Take care. See you later, Danny. Good night from us. Callie the dog and Hedgie the hedgehog. We love you. Cheers for a good laugh. Yeah, you too. You too. Love you both. Love you all. That's been good fun, isn't it? Speak to you soon. I'll be on tomorrow night. I ain't going off yet, though. Yeah, good night. I'm going to get Shakira's special plant. DC said getting a blood test if I need TRT. What's TRT then? TRT. No, I don't know. Hoping so. Get to look like Arnold. Oh, testosterone replacement therapy. Yes. I was trying to work it out in my head. And I had replacement something, and I couldn't quite, yeah. Testosterone replacement therapy, is it? Yeah. Yeah. Turn it around, yeah. Nice. Yeah, I got a lot to do tomorrow, but a lot of weird stuff. So I need to finish off a stall for metallic. She gave me a stall sample. Or I gave her a stall sample. And now I know what kind of stall she wants, so I'm going to make a stall for her. So I need to do her stall. And then when I go around hers, I'm going to ask her. I'm going to ask her out for dinner. And then I'm going to ask her if I can push her stall in afterwards. Yeah. And she's promised me she'll say yes if I make the stall for her. I fucking love that joke. That was a little bit of a different take on it, but I'll do this stall, cut them bits of metal for CR, whatever it was. Muscles will be bulging. Stall sample, had to give that to the doctors so I can get a colonoscopy. Yes, I'm going to ask her out for dinner, Tactical, and I'm going to ask if I can push her stall in for her. Yes. And she's promised me she'll say yes. I was going to say you'll start to sound strange. No, I'm putting a leather seat on a stall for her, really. Yeah, good night, Danny. Good night, Shakira. So I've been putting like a patterned edge around it, and I need to sew that tomorrow. I need to sort out some stuff for camping soon. I ain't time to do any videos because I've been fucking ill all week, so I literally ain't done nothing. That's the only reason these live streams are monetized, because I thought at least if I do these, I might get like a fucking quid each on them. Like that, I'll add a bit to it. Because if you don't do no videos, it's bare minimum. But I do just enough a day so that at least each month I do get paid. But obviously, the more videos you put out, the more you'll get. Yeah. TC said, good night, fellas, ladies. Have a great weekend. Yeah, you too. You too. It's been a good laugh. I'll still be on for a few more minutes. You've been out tonight, Tactical? Or you've been, I don't know, you've been in? I'm assuming you've been out, coming on at 12. Yeah. I ain't quite ready for bed yet. I might stay out for a little bit. I don't know. I might watch a film. Maybe I could watch Macbeth. I don't know. I might get in bed. Because I've got shit to do. Yeah, I'm just trying to decide. I don't know. Time to decide. I'm trying to work out what I should do. I was home earlier, but they haven't forbidden us. No. Stop teasing. One else said, "You keep making me yawn, you fucker." Stop. Did I yawn? If I yawned, I didn't realise. Now you're going to make me yawn. I just said, "Stop." Did I really? If I have been yawning, I haven't done it once with realising. Stop. What am I teasing you with, Fazia? What am I teasing you with? Did I really? I didn't know I yawned. Oh, Macbeth. Oh, gosh. Since you said that, I keep feeling like I need to yawn now. Sorry. That I did do on purpose, but because I needed a yawn because you mentioned I'd yawned, and as far as I hadn't. Sorry. Next, fuck. I had one night on a live stream where I was yawning like every 30 seconds. It was mental. Or like every 15 seconds for about an hour. Right, it's past, everyone. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Hopefully, we've earned us that £1 on each stream, maybe. Fozio said you are going to stop streaming and then you're going to play Sky, and that's probably what I'm going to do, actually. That's probably what I'm going to do. Make or buy some waterproofing compound for camping. Yes, good idea. Yes. Thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like the stream. I'll be on tomorrow night. Yep. Good night, Tactical. Have a great weekend, you too, mate. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow night. Same time, same place. All right. Good night. Thank you. It's been a good laugh. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. See you later. Good night.